What if I told you that right now, across America, there are brand new SUVs sitting on dealer lots for 60, 70, even 90 days with absolutely zero interest from buyers? We're not talking about obscure models nobody's heard of. These are vehicles from major manufacturers, some with six-figure price tags, and dealers are so desperate to move them that prices are collapsing faster than anyone predicted. Here's what makes this situation absolutely wild. Some of these SUVs were supposed to be the next big thing: premium badges, cutting-edge technology, luxury interiors. But American buyers took one look and said no thanks, and now dealerships are stuck holding inventory they literally cannot sell. Today, we're counting down 12 SUVs that are gathering dust on dealer lots in 2026, and we're going to show you exactly why nobody wants them, how much prices have dropped, and whether any of these desperate dealer deals are actually worth your money. And wait until you see number 3, a luxury SUV that was supposed to compete with Range Rover, but is now being discounted by over $20,000, and dealers still can't find buyers. Before we dive in, you need to understand what's happening in the American SUV market right now. Inventory levels are at their highest point in over 5 years. Interest rates are still elevated, making monthly payments brutal, and buyers have become incredibly selective about where they're spending $50,000, $60,000, $70,000.
The SUVs on this list aren't failing because of one simple reason. It's a perfect storm. Overpricing, reliability concerns, outdated technology, terrible fuel economy, or in some cases, manufacturers completely misreading what American buyers actually want. Some of these vehicles are mechanically sound, but commercially doomed. Others have problems so severe that even massive discounts can't convince people to take the risk. Let's get into it. Starting at number 7, the Lincoln Nautilus, which recently got a complete redesign for 2024-2025, and somehow Lincoln managed to make it even harder to sell. Here's what Lincoln was thinking. Let's take the Nautilus, give it a bold new exterior design, upgrade the interior with a massive curved display, offer a plug-in hybrid version, and position it as a sophisticated alternative to the German competition. In theory, that sounds great. In practice, American buyers looked at it and said, nope. The problem starts with the design. Lincoln went for polarizing instead of elegant, and in the luxury market, polarizing usually loses. The front grille is enormous and controversial. The interior, while high-tech, feels less warm and inviting than the previous generation. And then there's the price.
The 2026 Nautilus starts at $51,000 for the base model. Plug-in hybrid models start at $58,000. Reserve and black label trims push into the mid-$60,000. For context, the Lexus RX starts at $49,000, offers legendary reliability, and will be worth significantly more at trade-in time. But here's where the Nautilus situation gets really interesting. Lincoln's parent company, Ford, is desperate to revive the luxury brand, which means they're willing to subsidize sales with massive incentives. We're seeing $8,000 to $11,000 in combined manufacturer and dealer discounts, especially on PHEV models. Average days to turn is 73 days, and anecdotal reports from dealer contacts suggest some Nautilus models have been sitting for over 4 months. That's catastrophic for a newly redesigned vehicle. Should you buy one? The math gets tempting at current prices. A $62,000 reserve trim, discounted to $51,000, is legitimately competitive. The interior quality is excellent, the ride is smooth and quiet, and if you value the plug-in hybrid capability, it's one of the few options in this segment. But, and you knew this was coming, resale value will be brutal. Lincoln has the worst resale values of any American luxury brand. You'll lose 55–60% in the first 3 years. The Nautilus is for someone who leases or someone who drives vehicles until the wheels fall off. If that's you, current deals are worth exploring. If you care about resale, stay far away.
At number 6, we have the Genesis GV80. And this one is genuinely frustrating, because Genesis actually built a legitimately excellent SUV that should be competitive. But they're learning the hard way that badge prestige matters more than product quality in the luxury segment. Let me start with what's good about the GV80. The design is stunning, genuinely beautiful exterior, and an interior that rivals Mercedes and BMW in quality and craftsmanship. The twin-turbo V6 is powerful and smooth, the technology is cutting-edge, and the pricing undercuts German competitors by $10,000 to $15,000. Genesis did everything right on paper. But American luxury buyers don't care. Here's the problem Genesis can't solve. When you pull up to the country club, the valet doesn't know what a Genesis is, your neighbors don't recognize the badge, and when it's time to trade in, the dealer lowballs you, because luxury buyers don't want a used Genesis, they want a used BMW. The sales data tells the whole story. Genesis sold 74,000 vehicles total in the US last year. For context, BMW sold 371,000. That's not a competition, it's a massacre. And the GV80, their flagship SUV, is sitting on dealer lots for an average of 81 days.
But here's where things get interesting for smart buyers. Dealers know the situation is bad, and they're willing to deal. We're seeing $9,000 to $12,000 in incentives on 2025 models, and 2024 leftovers are being discounted by as much as $15,000. A fully loaded GV80 Prestige that was $78,000 is now being advertised at $63,000 in some markets. Now, Consumer Reports did pull their recommendation due to reliability concerns, differential problems, fuel pump failures, and battery drain issues. So that's a legitimate consideration. But if you can get past the badge anxiety and the reliability questions, the GV80 at current prices offers more luxury per dollar than anything else in this class. My take? If you're buying for yourself and you don't care what other people think, the GV80 is a hell of a deal right now. If you care about brand prestige or resale value, buy the BMW and pay the premium. It's that simple. Number 5, the Volkswagen ID4. And we're entering territory where the problems go beyond just slow sales. These are fundamental product failures. The ID4 is Volkswagen's entry into the electric SUV market, and on paper it should be competitive. Decent range, spacious interior, starts under $40,000 with federal tax credits, and it's a VW, which used to mean something in America. But here's what Volkswagen didn't anticipate. American EV buyers are incredibly sophisticated, and they've done their research.
The ID4 has been absolutely destroyed in owner satisfaction surveys and reliability ratings. The infotainment system is laggy and unresponsive. We're talking multiple second delays for basic functions. The software has been plagued with glitches, crashes, and bugs that Volkswagen has struggled to fix via over-the-air updates. Charging speeds are slower than advertised. And then there's the big one, the dealer service network. Most Volkswagen dealers are unprepared to service EVs properly. Wait times for repairs are measured in weeks, not days. Parts availability is a nightmare. And when your $50,000 electric vehicle is sitting at a dealer for 3 weeks waiting for a software update, customer satisfaction plummets. The market has responded decisively. Average days to turn is 94 days. That's over 3 months. In some markets, ID4 inventory is sitting for 120 plus days. VW is panicking, offering up to $7,500 in additional incentives on top of the federal tax credit, effectively dropping the price by $15,000 from MSRP. Here's the brutal reality. Even at those massive discounts, buyers are choosing the Tesla Model Y, Hyundai Ioniq 5, or even waiting for other options. The ID4 has become a cautionary tale of how not to launch an EV in America. Should you buy one? Only if you're getting an absolutely ridiculous deal. We're talking $18,000 to $20,000 off, and you're prepared for a mediocre ownership experience. Otherwise, there are much better EVs available for the same money.
At number 4, the Jeep Wagoneer S. And this is where we enter truly baffling territory. Stellantis looked at the American SUV market and decided what buyers really wanted was an electric Jeep with coupe-like styling that cost $72,000. Spoiler alert. They did not want that. The Wagoneer S is Jeep's attempt at a premium electric SUV with sporty styling, and it's failing spectacularly. Here's why. The traditional Jeep buyer wants boxy, rugged, capable. The Wagoneer S is sleek, aerodynamic, and road-focused, so right away you've alienated your core audience. But it gets worse. At $72,000, the Wagoneer S competes directly with the BMW iX, Mercedes EQE SUV, and even the upper trims of the Tesla Model X. Those are established luxury EVs with proven track records. The Wagoneer S is a first-generation electric vehicle from a brand known for reliability problems trying to charge luxury prices. That's a tough sell. The interior quality is excellent. Stellantis actually did a great job there. The technology is advanced. The performance is impressive with over 600 horsepower. But none of that matters if buyers don't show up, and they're not showing up. Average days on lot, over 100 days. Some dealers report having Wagoneer S inventory sitting untouched for 4 months. Stellantis is now offering $10,000 to $13,000 in combined incentives, and we're hearing reports of dealers willing to negotiate an additional $5,000 to $8,000 off just to move the metal.
Here's the problem even massive discounts can't fix. The Wagoneer S has an identity crisis. It's too expensive for traditional Jeep buyers and not prestigious enough for luxury EV buyers. It's stuck in no man's land, and depreciation is going to be absolutely catastrophic. My advice? Unless you're getting $20,000 plus off and you genuinely love the design, avoid the Wagoneer S entirely.